What's going on, everybody? This is Jay Leno, and I am here today to talk about the Penguin Season 1, Episode 7 tonight. I'm here with my crew. I've got Bundle in the building. I've got my cousin Derek in the building. How's it going, fellas?
Woody.
It's doing good, but I want to know is are we
Are you
looking for
looking
a
for a
special
special?
or are
Or
we
are you
looking
looking for
for a
a... Nope, didn't work.
we're looking for a bundle because bundle is still not on the screen yet.
I'm here. I'm here. I'm not ready. I'm just not ready to be on camera yet, but I'm here. I'm here. I'm here.
All right, that's cool. I can't read with this bad boy on. I just figure I'll start off with this bad boy.
He can't breathe.
No, I can breathe. I can't read.
Oh, I thought you said I can't breathe. My bad.
Yeah,
My
cause yeah,
bad.
the images are kind of gridded out when I wear that mask.
Understood. Understood.
But all right, well, we're gonna start off with this episode. We're gonna We're gonna start off piggybacking off of you. Pause. Bundle. You said in our past stream for episode 6 that Penguin was going to do something unforgivable, and
Hmm.
who wants to do the honors in explaining what was the unforgivable thing that Mr. Oz did in episode?
Uh, he hasn't, in my opinion, he still hasn't done it yet. I think it's gonna happen in this episode.
More catastrophic than that?
Yeah, because everything that happened this episode was on par for him. He didn't do. I mean, he didn't betray Victor Aguilar. His mother isn't dead. He didn't murder anyone that didn't have to be murdered. Salvatore Maroni died of his own injuries. Essentially, and he just basically tried to get his mother back, and they gave you flashbacks of who he was and why he became who he is now. Yeah, the death of his killing his brothers. I always knew that was a thing just because I forget the name of the comic book. I'll remember it in a little bit. But when they did his origin story revisited in the recent comic, he was the reason for the death of his brothers and the reason for the death of his father. So I always knew that his need and want and of his mother's love always trumped everything. You know what I mean? I mean, even when he
Mm.
was a kid and seeing Jack getting talked to by his mom, they were doing zoom ins on his face. You know what I mean? Like, showing how as a kid, like he never wanted. I mean, hell, even when Victor was getting appreciation from his mom, like, she was touching his face and shit like that. Like the whole time, Penguin is looking at Victor like, man, who the fuck are you? Like, you know what I mean? So he's, I mean, if you pay like just pay attention to like little things like that. So he's always wanted to be his mom's only one love, dependence, and only everything is about his mom. Um, even though, yeah, I figured he was gonna go ahead and kill his brothers. That was what happened. But I already knew that that was probably part of his origin. When Victor asked about him in like episode 2 or 3, he was just like the city took him. I was too weak, whatever like that. I knew that was some BS and all that. But what I think the true deplorable nature of Oz is going on right now. It's the episode that's happening right now. I think I think it's something's gonna happen with Oz. I'm not Oz, Victor. I think he's gonna do something to go against Victor. He's gonna do something to Christina, or I definitely believe his mom is gonna die because that's because like at the end of the day, this is an origin story of how Oz Cobb becomes the Penguin. And he even said before to Victor, it was just like, yeah, I need you to protect my mom because my mom, and he did like Father, Son, Holy Spirit on his chest. And she's what keeps me good. You know what I mean? And so you don't need a good Penguin going into the next Batman too. So I full heartedly expect his mother to die. It might be something that he, you know, inherent like he doesn't mean to do, but causes. But something's gonna happen this episode that one of three, if not all the three main players outside of Penguin's gonna die. Or Christina, Victor, and his mom, all three of them gonna die. Two of them gonna die, or one of them gonna die. But something's going to change him fundamentally to make him an actual villain to be respected in the next Batman too.
Okay, I got you. I got you. All right, Derek, can you do you assume the same, or did you think this was catastrophic enough with him killing his brother?
So yeah, I found the beginning quite disturbing. I really didn't see it coming when it was the flashback episode. So I was just taking it for what it was. They did hint some jealousy when he was trying to get attention from his mother, and she's like brushed him off and said that she had to focus on work. And then when the other brothers came in, she started playing with the other brothers, and that was like a foreshadowing of what was to come. And when you saw what he did over something so little, and that was his anger, right, acting upon his impulsiveness, just like he did in the first episode when he killed the son of Falcone. You was just reminded of, hey, this is a bad dude. Like, this is a
Mm-hmm.
bad and selfish dude, which you need that reminder because since this is a show about him, you're mostly seeing things from his perspective. And a lot of times he does seem like he's just a good guy that's just trying to survive. But no, that was a reminder. This guy is an evil dude. He he knew that his brothers was going to drown, but all he cared about was his alone time with his mother, which I just found that quite disturbing. And yeah, yeah, this guy is going to do but what by any means necessary what is best for him. You know how women they move what's best for them and their feelings. That's how the penguin. That's how the penguin
This
moves. He's
man.
only loyal to his own feelings and to his own agenda.
I mean, I
Yes,
guess
Lord.
that kind of answered in my follow-up question I was going to have was, how unhealthy of a relationship, and also how common do you think this is? Maybe not as catastrophic as or detrimental as Penguin's relationship is with his mother. Do you think other people have? Do you think it's unhealthy to have such a connection like that with your mom? I mean, even if you don't kill your brothers, do you think that's an unhealthy type of relationship to have as a man with
As long
with
as
your
you don't
mother?
become a gangster like he does and kill your family, commit fratricide and become a gangster of your neighborhood that you got to kill people in order to move up. As long as you don't do that, I mean, no. All right, here we go. My bad. All right, I'm finally back down. Hey, guys.
All right.
Sorry. I had
So
to
okay,
take care of some things.
Bundle, you say it's not a unhealthy relationship to have like that with your mother,
No, no.
long as you're not a murderer. That's what I'm trying to figure out. Yeah, what was
His
your
relationship is a little is clingy, but it's understandably clingy. It's because he was born with a defect. You know, his labored leg. And so, in the world we're in, especially in the neighborhood that he grew up, he wasn't getting no sympathy from that. Hell, he was being made fun of. He was being made fun of by his brothers while playing the game. You know what I mean? So he's dealt with that his whole time, his whole life. So only person that's given him the benefit of the doubt was his mother, and the only person he had someone to look up to was Rex Calabrese because obviously his father wasn't doing that. His dad wasn't even there. So I mean, that's all he got. You know what I mean? And Christina said it when she was talking to his mom. And she was just like, there's much more than him. He got no father, bum leg, grew up poor. And she's like, I wonder who else made him a monster. And she was like, shut the fuck up about my sons, you know what I mean? Stuff like this. But I mean, it's understandable why when he went down the way it is. I even liked how they even put like when he watched that movie with his mom, why his brothers were drowning and shit, the top hat thing, and the guy went down with the gangster with the machine gun and started shooting people. You notice how they zoomed in on Oz as a kid, and he like threw his eyebrow out and started smiling and shit. I don't know if y'all caught that, but
mm,
it's a little foreshadowing all that stuff like that. But he ain't been right from jump, bro. He ain't right from jump. His dad didn't do nothing. He got made fun of, bum leg. His mom always wanted him to give her everything. He only had one way to get it, and his whole idol was Rex Calabrese, a gangster. Man was fucked from the jump.
I got you. We
I
got some shout outs in here. We've got Jonah Level Fox said what's up
What up,
to us.
Johnny?
What up, Jonah? And we also got Miss Anointed 23 as well, had said hello to us.
Interception.
Appreciate you watching us. All right.
Oh,
How about
I
you? How
will.
about you? Oh, go
I do
ahead.
want to add on to something to that about do I think it's healthy relationship between him and his mother.
Yeah.
And I would say no because inevitably she turned him into a son husband, especially when the other two
Hmm.
brothers were gone. So like when they were dancing and she was saying like, "Hey, I need you
Yeah.
to be the one to take care of
I
me."
deserve everything. I
Yeah,
deserve this. I deserve this. Like, I
that,
mean,
that was
she was,
that was
yeah. Yeah, you're
that
right.
was
My bad.
really weird. That was like my wife and I having a conversation about what she wants. You know,
With a
you know what I mean?
minor.
But she was, I mean, I'm with you. Weird. That's what formed him. But simultaneously, that's how, like, that was her where her mind was. She was still in like a craze, like delusional and a lost state. You know what I mean? She's just like, I drank some, threw my best dress on. Hey, come on, we going out, and just basically trauma dumped on him. Like Rex had the heart attack at the time. You know what I mean? He wasn't giving nothing else out to nobody. The father is gone. Who knows? They're both of her sons, the ones who were able bodied that she could depend on. They're gone. Like, I got nothing. I'm taking care of all these bills. I got nothing but loss around me. I deserve something. I was like, help me out, blah, blah. So I thought that was like in a more of a desperation type shit. But in that desperation, on top of the person who Oz already was developing to be, she created a monster. But I do want to point out real quick. He sported this iconic scar that goes across to his ear to his lip the whole time. They never shown how he's got that, and that wasn't nothing he was born with. So I'm wondering in this episode they're gonna show how he got that scar to his mouth and all that shit like that. That's just a little thing I threw in. I want to see how that happens. So hopefully they show it.
I mean, honestly, they've kind of broken down some of other people's scars as well, which because when it comes to, I mean, Sophia has scars as well. I could see
Yeah.
another flashback happening in this upcoming episode. Somebody's got to die.
No,
That's
yeah.
that,
One or
yeah,
two
somebody.
people have to die.
Yeah, I was about to say some people have to die. I think Eve is going to die next. That's the
Eve
first
gotta
person that's
go.
going to die. Eve's
Eve
It
going to
can
be
was
the
go.
first one to die.
Eve can go.
what happened with this.
Eve bitch ass can go.
What happened with this family is also like an indication that you need a father in the home. Like you need an actual masculine, grown ass adult male in the home. Because if that was the case, then she wouldn't be so pressured in order to like try to take care of the bills and try to take care of her kids all at the same time. Because that was her breaking down for all that stress.
Hmm.
And like this is no this is no insult to any women that may be watching this, but women can't handle stress to the levels that men can handle stress
When they can't
because they
stress,
weren't really made for that, you know. And
and
so
that's okay.
also the kids are running buck wild because she can only do so much, right? And if there was a father in the home, he probably would have hinted out,
And
"Hey,
he was
Hank
boo-boo.
was getting a little bit too much of a mommy's boy.
Yeah, he
I need
was.
to toughen him up a little bit so he doesn't develop this unhealthy attachment."
And the father
Hmm.
wasn't doing shit. Because she even said, you remember she was even having a flashback. She was like, if you can't get the lights on, I'll get Rex to go do it. Remember, she was doing her whole little flashback thing. So she was obviously, that was her thing. And Penguin says, like, yo, I'm not Ma. I'm not Pa. I'm not Jack. I'm not Benny. This is me. I'm Oswald, blah, blah. So it's just like, she's also giving that heat to the husband, talk to him like that. And it's not, I mean, it's still up for interpretation what happens. This episode could show that the dad was trying, maybe working under Rex and got popped, type shit. Who knows what happened. So
I
Okay.
mean, there's also some bum ass dudes. I'm not saying
oh
that
yeah, we
any like
do. Oh no, no, we of course we just don't know what happened necessarily
right.
to his father. Because like she has her flashbacks and stuff where she's screaming at Oz or people like that thinking it's his dad. And it's just like it sounds like the dad has been trying to get some bread up, but then all of a sudden he just disappeared on some like how Jack and Benny did type deal. So it's like, hey, did Rex pop him because he wasn't able to come through? So maybe we might find out here in this episode. Find out
Yeah.
where his dad was, why he got the scar, where he is, the aftermath of what Jack and Benny's death really did to Francis, and we're all it's speculation right now, and the very answer we're looking for maybe we
Yeah, in
might
a
find
couple
out in 40
hours.
minutes. Here's what I'm saying. We might find
Yeah.
out. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, we don't know. We don't know.
All right. Well, Jonan Level Fox wanted to also mention that it might be possible he might get his monocle later
Of course.
down the line.
What if
Well,
he
of
like
course,
shot in the eye
it'd
or
be
something?
iconic because guess what? We haven't seen the umbrella yet either, so I wouldn't mind seeing a monocle or any of that, or
He
especially
might get popped in the eye
or
and it's
on a
like covered.
debut night, like a nighttime ball event or something. Because I would take it that Harvey will eventually come around sometime, and he might wear a top hat and monocle then.
Harvey Dent.
Oh yeah, so are we negating the possibility of Rex Cobb being Oz's dad, or do you think he came by his
Nah,
stepfather and had him under his
he,
wing
he ain't
because
his
his
father.
brother died and he just just can't just went up to him, and then
Nah,
maybe Rex just becomes a father like figure for him moving forward from his brother's dying. How do you guys let me know what y'all think.
Rex is just the gangster in the neighborhood that Oz looks up to. He's
You
not.
know,
He's not his
you
father.
don't think he shot the club up and just kind of moved on? There's no
Nah.
possibility.
I'm not saying there's no possibility because I haven't seen the last episode. But Rex took care of everybody in the neighborhood. He was just the neighborhood gangster. And Francis, his mom, went up to him. And I'm not gonna say that he ain't clapped no cheeks or nothing, but it does nothing for the story to establish that. It's just Rex was the gangster that took care of people that did this, but he was also a bad guy that knew everyone's name because he had everyone wrapped around his finger on some Denzel Training Day type shit. Like we have to accept you because you the cop and head honcho right here, but underneath, we fucking hate your ass. But because he was just a gangster that kept everything together. I think that's what Rex is. I don't think he has any connection with his mom. I could be completely wrong. Who knows what next episode shows? But if anything, I think any connection that he does have is maybe he probably got his father popped, probably enlisted his father's services, and maybe his dad messed up because it was like his dad, when he talks about his flashbacks, it's like his dad was here at one point, but then was just gone out of nowhere. And then she depended on her sons, Jack and Benny, go to Rex, do this, get this, blah, blah, blah. And then they died. Now it's like, hey, Oswald, I deserve everything. Don't die. Give me this, give me that, blah, blah. And shows how Oswald built up. So I think his father was just a product of the streets gone wrong. I mean, and I hope maybe, hopefully, and maybe they show it here. But we'll see, we'll see. But no, I don't think that Rex shot the club up and he's secretly a daddy or nothing like that. Nah,
Also, I found it fascinating her entitlement. I deserve everything. Why?
she's
Why do
drunk.
you deserve it?
She
Like,
was drunk. She was
yeah,
drunk. She was
but
a drunk.
I feel like, especially like modern women, like that's like that was something from back in the day, right? But I don't think like too many women
I
were
think
thinking
this
like that back in
87,
the day.
88, as a matter of fact.
Right,
I
right.
think,
More
yeah,
women were
it's
humble back then,
Beetlejuice.
but modern women they think like that. I deserve everything because they see everything on Instagram and whatnot. You know what I mean?
I
So they
just
have.
think that she felt that way because of all the trauma. Like she lost two sons, her husband, and losing a house when she thought everything was going to be good in Upper
Mhm.
East Manhattan. So I think that was just like I gave up everything. I gave it to this man. This man ain't do nothing. Then his ass disappeared and died on me. Now I'm depending on a gangster. This gangster ain't doing nothing for me. Now my two
If
able-bodied
that's what
sons are
happened,
alive.
what
They
what
died.
what if
Now
she
what I
drove that
got?
man out the house? What if
She
she drove
could have.
that man out the house? Then that's her
Okay.
fault.
In reality, how we live in our real world, that's realistic. In a comic book world, it's probably just he died to being a gangster and she had nothing left. In a real life, that's probably correct. But in this story, for the sake of it, to not make the men look like pieces of shit, I think it's gonna be like, hey yo, he his dad tried. He was maybe a
Went to go get
lackey
a
for
pack of cigarettes and
Calabrese,
never came home.
and went to get a pack of cigarettes, but didn't come home. But didn't come home because of how we think. Didn't come home because he was Rex Calabrese's lackey and got popped type shit. Just like how Jack and Benny is like, no, they meant to come home to Ma, bring the 50 to Ma, like Rex said, but we played hide and seek first, and it didn't work. You know, I feel like it's going to be something like that that makes you that drives a wedge in your sympathy for Oswald Cobblepot even more. You know what I mean? Just like, damn, you lost your brothers, your mom couldn't do this, you feel bad, then you realize the real reason. You killed him. Same thing, damn, you have no father and do this. Maybe this episode we realize you stabbed him in the neck just like you did in the fucking comic books. You know what I'm saying? Like that. So it's just like everything that's wrong with your mind for her to think this way. I need eyes. I need eyes. It's only happening that way because you keep taking everybody from her, motherfucker. So we'll see. Colin Farrell did an interview and he said that this whole episode, 1 through 8, is looking through his point of view, and the first 4 episodes you're going to sympathize with him. Every episode afterwards, you're going to bit by bit understand how terrible he is, and he even said in the last episode you're going to completely hate his guts. So that's why I'm expecting the worst from him.
Okay. Well, okay. Jonan had just sent us a message in the box. He said, reminds me of the great Prince of the Force and Bambi's relationship, even though they are related.
This man, Jonan, be taking it bad. Okay.
Jonan,
Jonan
and
be
he's younger than
drawing.
us. He's young. Jonan's younger
Jonan
than
be
us, bro.
drawing chakra connections from out of nowhere.
I see you, Jonan. Man. All right.
I see you, Jonan.
I'd also like to ask you guys a question. Does this Penguin show allow Oz to display maybe the best villain connection to being like human towards people? If that kind of makes sense, if I worded that correctly. Like, have we seen a villain developed in a way that people can relate to in modern times? Because there's a lot of relative
Magneto.
Magneto?
Yep. In the Days of Future Past, was First Class, and the other one for it when he built the whole sanctuary for all the mutants and all that. And Jean Grey came there after killing Mystique, and he set up all that for us. In those 3 movies where Michael Fassbender is representing Magneto, he's every bit of
my favorite Magneto. May not be everybody.
He's every bit a villain, but when you pay attention to his intention, it's all about helping the mutants, so you sympathize and understand. But he's doing it at the detriment of humanity. So that's one villain that has been portrayed in 3 different movies that I 100% agreed with. Just saying. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah, be getting the water. Yeah.
What about you, Cuz? Is there a villain you've seen develop to a relatable character or a likable character that kind of that can have a connection with people within their film, and its viewers have a villain that has a connection with people?
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, it's the Joker in both Heath Ledger's interpretation and Joaquin Phoenix's interpretation. Even though Joaquin Phoenix is not really Joaquin's Joker is not really a quote unquote villain. He's just a guy that really had a bad day.
Oh, I thought.
But more people are in the position of the Joker and are actually living the lives of the Joker, of getting their ass kicked day in and day out, dealing with the unfairness, people having something over you, an advantage over you, economics, and you're stuck struggling day to day. Maybe you work in a job you hate. You got a boss that's constantly like just on you, and you see the corruptness. You kind of see the fakeness of the Democratic Party. You see the fakeness of the Republican Party. You see that the college system was just a tool just to get money out of you and profit the banks. Like if you are woke, you see that a lot of society was made to just really fuck you over and make you a debt slave. And if you really, the Joker is somebody who is woke to that, sees the reality of that, and says, okay, the system wants to fuck us, well, I'm going to fuck the system. And that's pretty much the Joker. Also, the Riddler too, from the first Batman film. He's also like that. Somebody that's just that took all the unfairness of the world and said, hey, okay, rich motherfuckers, y'all want to do this to us? Now let's see if we turn the tables. All right, I'm going to blow up everything. I'm going to drown the city. Let's see how you guys like that now. And so it's really fighting back. These guys are just fighting it back against a corrupted system directly. Batman is kind of the person that doesn't really know about that other side of life because he comes from privilege, and so he doesn't really understand that the fight of the Riddler or the fight of the Joker. They think that these guys are legitimately bad guys, and I think that's why Joker always laughs at Batman, because Joker, like, he sees Batman as this guy who doesn't really know reality. Like you're trying to protect something that is corrupt, and you believe in this system that really doesn't believe in the people. And so that's why he's just constantly laughing at him because he sees Batman as one big joke. But in Batman's eyes, he's really trying to do the right thing because in his mind, that is doing the right thing, is protecting the order of everything. You know what I mean?
Philosophy alert! Philosophy alert! I need a button. I need a.
Don DeMarco, Marco.
Shut up, my nigga Derek. Can't keep a joker nigga down. All right, so another question I have on my list. So judging off that timeline from this last episode, Penguin is 46, 47?
Okay. I don't know. Maybe I didn't pay attention to that.
Because I mean, it was like 80, 87, 88 at the age that we saw that scene. I mean, is it believable that a 46 or 40 does he depict a 46 or 47-year-old individual?
Yes.
You want to yes? How about yourself, Derek?
I mean, he's definitely a grown ass man. So yeah, I believe that. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. All right. My next one is there any possibility that Penguin's mother will survive this last episode tonight?
No, because even if she survives, she wants to die anyway.
There's no purpose for her
Exactly.
to survive, and like I said before, he had that line. It's my mom. It's what keeps me good. It's what keeps me knit. It keeps me. You need an unhinged. He's just Oswald Cobblepot right now, aka no. Actually, no. What? Fuck the Cobblepot. He's just Oz Cobb right now. We need him to be the Penguin. And I've said this entire season is just an origin story of how he becomes the Penguin. He's already a gangster. Already small time gangster, too big gangster, big time gangster, whatever like that. But he's not the Penguin yet. It's still the Gigantes game. It's still the Maronis game. It's still the Falcones game. And you get to the comic book, Penguin supplants all of that. You know what I mean? So he has. Damn, my people are talking about Penguin right now. So this is going to win tonight. He's going to win, but he's going to lose. He's going to lose Vic. He's going to kill Christina. He's going to lose his mom. Or all three, or 2 or 3, or 1 3 is going to happen. It's going to happen. His mom, in my opinion, is going to 100% die because he needs her death to make him the diabolical guy that we need to hate going forward. You know what I mean? I don't see any importance to the Gigante family going forward. Maronis are gone. Falcones are gone. Gigante, there's no need for them in Batman 2. The underling war, like, no. Have Penguin win it. He's the one that's pushing Bliss. I got the shit. Fuck Julian Russ, even though it's my name, whatever like this. They're all dead. I feel like he's gonna find a way to submit and bury them. And then the only other people that have a word is Victor Aguilar. He can go forward to help him and maybe be a lackey that Batman uses against him going forward, or maybe even a Red Hood version. Because like we've said many times before, and I know Jonan even remembers this, the whole story of Red Hood being found by Batman is him trying to steal Batman's rims. That's how Victor was found by Penguin. So maybe he has further use going forward. But yeah, one of those three, 2 of those 3, or all 3 are dying.
Okay. Jonan, I'm going to get to what you said in just a moment.
It might be like where Joker kills him. Jonan, get the heck. All right, bro.
That's all I'm like, Jonan is moving faster than me right now.
You moving too quick. Jonan, you moving too fast.
But he's on his shit.
I mean, I'm with him. I know everything he's talking about, but Jonan, you moving too fast, right. Goddamn. You know how much has to happen before that happens?
Yeah. So, but Jonan, to be honest with you, mentally, that's
Jonan,
why I asked that question.
Right there. 3, 2, 1. Ready? 1, 2. That's my boy. Oh shit! Okay.
Mentally, I was there with that belief, but you know, I'm gonna will it out a little bit. All right. So, is there any chance with the with Sophia's niece
3D
that
glass.
Sophia could end up going to the asylum at any point of this up and coming episode.
Oh, the girl that went away.
Yeah, or is she going to keep her
She
cool?
did this. She did the same thing to her that what her
Yeah,
daddy did.
yeah, and it looked like it made her cry, and she might have a
She
change of
did
heart.
cry.
I don't know. Yeah, it made her cry. So I don't know if she's going to have a
Dang.
change of heart or if she's going to do the same thing. You
You
know.
guys, I'm sorry, but
Damn,
Sophia's
okay,
not going anywhere tonight.
Oh my
Sophia
God!
gonna die, bro. What's
Sophia
happening?
is at the crib tonight, guys. Sophia's at the
Weirdo!
crib
Look at
tonight.
this weirdo!
Yeah. I would have her say hello to you guys, but she's busy right now.
Get the
Giving
fuck
daddy
out of here,
little
cuz.
slurp.
If this is your
Woo!
first time viewing us, we all have a crush on Sophia. We've got Carl Lucky asked if we are real DC fans. I am picking up on my DC knowledge. My guy Bundle is of much knowledge in DC, and there you
What
can
would you
describe
like to know?
I've always been a big DC fan. Absolutely.
What would you like to know?
I was about to say Bundle is at the moment our encyclopedia.
What would you like to know?
All right, so you guys, okay. So to have y'all answered that question, what do you guys think Sophia will end up at the end of this episode? What's gonna happen?
Dead, 187.
You got a death
And
for
if
her?
and you've already seen it, don't spoil in here. Because we watching as soon as this goes off. You want to do a stream party to watch it?
I mean, after we're done with this, possibly. You would have to share your screen and log in.
Yeah, I'll do it right now. That's what I'm doing right now.
I mean, after we're done with this, yeah, we can do
Would
that.
Wolverine never beat Predator in a fight? Yeah, of course.
Actually, bro, we did a debate stream on that on my channel. 1 second.
And
I'm
I
gonna put
fucks
the
with
link in there.
Wolverine and Predator heavy. Clearly, Wolverine Predator back there on the wall. Yeah.
Well, so
Right
what
there. That's
what
my
we
boy.
broke it down to is Wolverine's healing factor, and to the fact that Predator doesn't have knowledge of that healing factor gives Wolverine an edge. Without healing factor, it makes the fight closer.
Healing factor, it's awesome. With healing factor, Wolverine wins hands down, obviously.
Yeah.
But without it, I got a whole nother fight.
And I'm Predator first over Wolverine, and it was a tough
Clear.
one to freaking to digest. But I'm gonna let me see here if I can get that link in here for you there, bub. Yeah, we had a little gnarly stream on that. When you get a chance, in case you want to check us out and give us a like, check out our Wolverine vs Predator stream that we did some months back. Appreciate it.
Excuse me. All
right, so oh yeah. You already answered your question, Derek. You already answered my question, Derek. Do you think we'll get any glimpses? Is there a possibility that Harley Quinn could be working at that asylum where the little girl is? Do you think we could get a little Harley Easter egg tonight?
Maybe. Pre-ham.
You know. Does Harley need to be bad? Does she needs to be, you want to see the chunky Harley? Do you want to see classic Harley?
He said that chunky Harley. He said chunky Harley. But then it, you trying to say her, but then it, you nasty. He said, boogie.
I don't think there will be any Harley Quinn content in the Batman series in general because she just made an appearance in.
Y'all remember when?
Hold on. Let Derek.
My bad.
Go ahead, Derek.
She just made an appearance in the Joker 2, and people are quite stingy when it comes to like. There's like a certain law that Hollywood has to follow, so they feel like if we just use the character, we can't use that character for at least a couple of years. It's just like their own made up rule that they think that it works. That's why they are afraid to use like Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man in the Sonyverse movies because they think that if they use Spider-Man too much, sales will drop. Which that's not really the case. In my opinion, I think Spider-Man will sell no matter what as long as you tell a good story. But that's just the imaginary rule that they follow. So since she was just featured in the Joker 2 bombed. I don't think she's in the Batman universe whatsoever at all.
They're not. For one, they're not connected at all, and it would take some time for Harley. I don't think we're going to get Harley in full uniform, but seeing her as seeing her in this element, dropping her name or at least a last name, could be a possibility. I'm not going to say you're wrong, but I'm crossing.
That's common sense. That's common sense. You think people in Hollywood have common sense, Joe? They don't.
You're right. All right. So Carol Lucky says that I guess he was responding to my answer of the Wolverine and Predator debate. He says that makes sense. I'll check out more of your stuff. I don't know why Paul called you guys gay. I mean, you guys sound manly to me.
Who the hell get my bad? Never mind.
I'm gonna be honest with you, I've been avoiding. I'm gonna continue avoiding using Paul's name, but I just think that was aligned with the list of insults that Paul and I had against each other, and that's just how he chose to label me.
Well, Paul was right about me. I'm really gay.
So
hey, Max, you want me to fix you a sandwich?
Hi, I'm Paul. Wasn't that little 3-eyed monkey at the end of Jimmy Neutron?
All right, so are you guys negating any possibilities that Sophia would try to capture her niece and flee off?
No, man, she left her in an institution. That shit's dead. She's gonna come back later on as a problem, but that her scene with her, that's gone.
Okay.
We done with that. They gonna move past that.
All right. And then I also wanted to ask you guys, is there any possibility that the Batman 2 will have a huge time frame gap between this Penguin film if there's not any other series to progress the story? Do you think the Batman 2 is going to pick up directly after this series, or do you think more destruction could happen?
Oh, I think directly after this series, simply the same way that the Penguin picked up literally directly after that series. It only makes sense just to keep it in line. We're not doing Avenger MCU jumps here. We want to keep the story cohesive. We want to keep it together. We want to keep people in line. And we don't want people to worry about like, oh, what happened in between this one? Zoe Kravitz drove away. No, we want to go. And Matt Reeves, I think I don't want to quote him because I don't know it, but I feel like that's the way the story is going, and it would operate, in my opinion, best. There's no reason to jump forward, and if you did, maybe like a few years, to get the repair the city wall after the Riddler, which I think there's been enough, repairing throughout the city when Penguin is going on, because like you see the flood line when they're going down and East Crown Point, like where it is, but it's like all the water has been receded back. Everything is some degree okay. It's still the slums, it's still terrible, but there's no reason to like wait 20, 10, 15, whatever years in the future. If you want to do like a 2, 3, 4 year jump, understandable, but outside of that, I don't see any reason why not to pick up right where they left off, because that's exactly what they did with this Penguin show.
What you going with, Derek?
So when does the Batman 2 come out again? Is it next year at the very end of next year?
I think it's 26.
Woo.
Is it?
Okay.
Really?
I think they pushed it back again. It's about to be 25, bro.
All right,
if it's that long, then I changed my opinion. 26.
I thought it was 26.
I thought it was like.
I'll read. You know what? I'm not going to speculate.
Can I say my theory before we go off into something else?
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna lose my thought. So they're making us work for this film. They're making us work for this film through our patience, and they keep pushing it back. Um, there's plenty of time since they're pushing it all the way to 2026. Is that there's talks on bigger YouTube channels that they're planning on coming out with a Joker series, but they want to do the Joker series in between the Batman 2 and 3, and then wait for the Penguin series season 2 after the Batman 3. And I think that's a horrible idea. What they should do is give us the Joker series next year with the Penguin season 2 as well. The Penguin season 2 with the Joker series. So then that way they can at least reward the fans for keep on pushing back the Batman 2. And it will allow for more world development through the Joker series and a Penguin season 2. So I want to see the Penguin come back next year, and I want to have a Joker series. You can separate the two because again, Hollywood thinks that you have to have these long separations, which you don't. But I want to see content at the beginning of next year and then towards the end of next year as well.
Okay, I honestly, bro, I don't think that's a bad idea. My opinion towards this is it is still rumored that there's other series and films in development. And in the films that you're talking about, I'm going to lean towards your first theory, and that we'll probably see these additional shows post Batman 2, that Bane and Deathstroke rumor show. We'll probably see that then, as well as Joker. Now, what I honestly believe is what's going to happen with the Batman 2 film is, this Penguin series started right when Penguin got into the car and drove off, and it happened from there. I think Batman is going to get injured, and they're going to use the Hush storyline, and that's why he hasn't been around during the progression since the first
that's
Batman
been canceled
film.
out already because they use Hush elements for Riddler.
So there's almost like Hush would be a combination. Hush's story is with Riddler's story.
Yeah. Yeah, they already put that's why they kind of changed his.
Hush ain't tight enough. He ain't tight enough.
I mean, you know what? The guy Paul and the rest of the guys did say that they didn't think Hush was that guy enough to hold it down. So we got a Riddler / Hush. Yeah. That's basically what Batman 1 was.
And remember the Hush storyline? It was rumored that they were worried that he knew that Batman was Bruce Wayne, just like the Riddler knew. They was thinking that the Riddler knew that Bruce Wayne was also Batman, but that wasn't true. Yeah, so they already put elements into that, so that's not going to be. They already kind of already did Hush with the Riddler.
So what are we doing, Clayface?
I was thinking that the Batman 2 will be Mr. Freeze.
Y'all leaning towards Victor Freeze?
Yeah, that's the thing that makes the most sense.
Harvey didn't Mr. Freeze?
No,
we get glimpses. We get glimpses of Harvey Dent in that progression. We may not get Two-Face just yet, but we at least get Harvey, and then we get Mr. Freeze.
Maybe.
Okay, so this will be my perfect order. Okay, so you do the Joker series but to make the Joker series make sense is that I would do the Joker series based upon what happened before the Batman. So I want to see the conflicts between the Batman actually becoming the Batman and fighting the Joker and how his face got all messed up. I want to see that in the Joker series. Now, I know that's going to take more budget. I know that you're going to have to pay, what's the Twilight guy's name again?
Patterson.
Yeah, you're going to have to pay Patterson a bag. But if you do this series, the episodic series, they're going to make so much money that it's not going to matter how much money you got to pay Patterson. So do it, but do it right. Don't take no shortcuts. Do the Joker series right. Have it a 8 episodes that feels like a movie. Penguin season 2 at the end of it, at the end of the year. Then you do the Batman 2 where you introduce Harvey, but he doesn't. There's no signs of Two-Face. No, there's no signs of Two-Face whatsoever, because if you have him make Two-Face at the end, you're just copying the Dark Knight. Don't copy the Dark Knight. Just have him in there. And then after the Batman 2, you have a series called Two-Face. And then that's going to be about Harvey Dent making his progression into becoming Two-Face. That I think that would be perfect. That's the perfect game plan. But again, Hollywood is a bunch of idiots, so that's not going to happen like that.
Okay, with your theory, is there still no chance that Sophia damages the asylum and Joker gets released in this last episode?
Yeah, that could be a possibility.
That asylum does have bliss, and they don't have no bliss anyway.
But what you're pushing for is you're pushing for Joker being the main villain in the Batman 2. And again, that's not how Hollywood thinks. Hollywood thinks that it's too early to put in the Joker as a prevalent character in the film because you just did the Joker 2. So they, in their minds, they think that they have to have separation.
Does he not show up to the very end? We just don't. He just disappears, and you don't see him.
The only way that they can do it, if they are willing to do it, is the Joker.
He shows up at the end. He whoops somebody's ass, and then just the credits roll, and then you hear.
Well, yeah, but so that would make sense if you follow my rubric, right? So if we have the Joker series at the beginning of next year, then that makes perfect sense. But again, if they do the Joker series, you got to do it right, and you got to put Batman in there. And in their minds, they think that, we'll spoil Batman, and people not going to want to see the Batman 2 if we do that. No, people are going to want to see the Batman 2 even more.
Okay. Side note, we've got Jonah Level Fox. He says Clayface could probably use his powers and accuse people of murders, and Batman might have to solve it. It could happen.
Man, with respect, Clayface isn't going to be in this movie. Matt Reeves has created such this ultra realistic neo-noir type film that a Clayface just cannot.
Okay.
The
CGI and all that would just.
There's so many because when it comes down to DC, like really think about it. When it comes down to DC, Batman obviously has the best.
I hate to cut you off, but Jonah just said like Cape Crusader, where Joker showed up at the end.
Yeah, that was a response to what you guys were speaking on earlier. Yeah, but for Clayface though, it's just too realistic of a setting that they've created, and there's just so many other grounded criminals and other just villains that you could use. And Clayface, I mean, Victor Freeze, who's so much more practical. Yes, a breaking out of the Joker and implementing of a Bane, but Killer Croc and like Clayface. You know what I mean?
You're flushing it out? Are you flushing out Killer Croc and you're flushing out Clayface?
Yeah, I mean they're completely having a show right now about Colin Farrell's Penguin to show how he's rising to the top. I mean, clearly that's mainly where they're going right now. You gave us the Riddler right now. Joker's already locked up. We don't have to worry about the League of Shadows. Nothing's being mentioned right now. To put a Clayface and a Killer Croc, I mean, the best thing you can do right now is Victor Freeze, but obviously you developed this whole character with the Colin Farrell. Why not be Penguin going into it? You know what I mean? It just makes perfect sense. So, in a realistic setting, that's just not gonna happen. I don't see Clayface or anybody like that happening. It's just too grounded and realism.
Okay. We've got Jonas said he's agreed with you. He is trying to be more realistic. Carol Lucky mentions, he says, was Clayface an actor in the Harley Quinn show? I didn't watch that cartoon series of Harley Quinn unless there's another show.
You talking about the cartoon series where they made her a lesbian? She has
the adult. I think you're talking about that adult series that they have, that Harley Quinn series. Is that what you're talking about, Carol?
I was watching it, but they started doing way too much gay shit, and it turned me off.
Yeah, when I saw Bane at the grocery store going crazy, that was a little too much for me. I agree with you there, let me see here.
Yeah, all right. He said,
that was during the time period where the wokeity woke was getting way too out of hand.
All
And
right.
now I see that Hollywood's kind of settling down from all that woke crap.
Jonan throws out maybe Scarface or ventriloquist.
I don't think that those names aren't
I mean,
household names that are going to sell anybody. It makes sense to go where we were saying originally, like Riddler breaking out, ow, you know what I mean? Joker breaking out, maybe a Victor Freeze, a Two Face coming up because we're speaking so much on the Maronis and the Falcons. And now, if you look back to the comic books, it's the agreement between Sophia and Salvatore that even created Two Face to begin with. You have the rise of Penguin, who knows what's going on with this episode right now. You know what I'm saying? It just makes it just so many other options and reasons on these street level, realistic, gangster like characters to go from to just now all of a sudden go, oh, CGI. Come on,
okay.
Clayface. Here we go. It's just like, nah. Christopher Nolan's films wouldn't even do that. And Matt Reeves' level that he's filmed this on isn't a much more. I mean, look at this Batmobile. It's a 1970 Charger. Just with everything reinforced. You're not bringing no Clayface in that. You're not bringing no Killer Croc in that. You're not bringing no Scarecrow. You're stretching it. But Two Face and the other shit, yeah, you right there. You right there.
Are we? Do you think we'll get? Do you think we'll get Batgirl or Robin first? Which
Robin,
sidekick?
Robin, 100, Robin 100.
I'm waiting for a Robin. I want a Robin.
I can see a Robin 100. I can see a Robin, but we'll see. We'll see.
But Carol, I didn't watch too much of that series. I've only watched a couple of episodes, but there was a lot of characters in that series that I thought that were like undermined and disrespected for shits and giggles. But I'm trying to remember. But I mean, if you're sitting down having a date and just want something kind of entertaining and kind of goofy to watch, I mean, the Harley show's not bad. You know, you got a little chick that's into nerdy stuff. Throw that on there, get some laughs.
Get a little laugh.
You know, might see some jiggle wiggle and pop. You know what I'm saying? But oh, this is another thing that I think is going to happen. What if Sophia finds a way to let Oz's mom know that Oz killed his brothers?
There's no way she could prove that. No way. Because there's no witnesses. There's no way that Julian Rush, the doctor, even with his red bar going across, that would just be something she could say, but it'd be nothing she could prove. She loves her son too much. There would be no ground.
Because I know what hurt him the most is to disappoint his mom.
To disappoint his mom, and he's already disappointed her. But the worst is just to lose her. She can't turn her against him that way because no one knows what happens to his brothers outside of them and him because there was no one around. There was obviously no way he was going to be like, oh yeah, sure, my brother's in there. You know what I mean? Like, so, nah. She just, his mom's got to go. Mom's got to go, unfortunately. You know what I mean? Okay. But how she's going to do it, whatever, and will Christina even live? I don't know.
Okay.
We'll see. We shall see. I keep saying Christina, my bad. Her real name is Christina, my bad. Sophia, my bad. Her name is Christina, like Maltinati. Her name is Christina something Maltinati, whatever like that. But real name, my bad. Sophia Gigante. I keep saying Christina, my bad.
Bring that Gigante ass over here.
Oh, don't throw it out.
Over here.
Over here, yeah.
Oh, tear that ass up.
All right, guys. Is there anything you guys wanted to include in this stream? Because I think we took care of it.
Let's pull up some Sophia pictures.
Yeah, we can do the. You want to do a watch party and start the shit at the same time?
Well, no. You said you was gonna log in and you can share this screen so we can literally watch it at the same time. We just won't be able to record it. Or I mean, yeah. Okay. Hold on. How many accounts do you have
Well, you don't have Max?
on your profile? I do, but I have to go upstairs. Yeah.
So, okay.
To watch mine.
I'm already sharing 2 minutes. So yeah. So you were wait. So
That's
do you
all.
have it
That's
on
all I'm
like
saying. The
a
only option
Roku
I
stick
can.
or something like that?
Yeah.
Can you bring it downstairs? Just unplug it and bring it down there?
I don't even. I gotta see if I have an outlet on the back of my monitor. But no, that would interfere. That would interfere. What would I do? Plug it into my desktop?
Does your desktop have an HDMI outlet?
Yeah, I don't think it does. My monitor does, but I don't know how I would be able to stream, and it switches state. You know what I'm saying? Switches from there for a display.
Wishful thinking. I'm not sure.
I was about to say it sounds like the best option is if you wanted to share your screen from your desktop, if you have that if you can log in and add that device to yours.
Wait, I can maybe. Do you think I could like start Max and then start Twitch at the same time? You think that would work? Do that work?
I don't know if you have. I don't know.
With it?
I don't know if you have enough RAM, and then they'll flag you for putting that full episode up.
How about we just watch it old school in our living rooms and just talk about it later,
and then come back?
Yeah, I mean, there we have it.
We can do that. We can do that. So how about that? Okay,
hold on. Carol. If I go upstairs and it's ready, I mean that doesn't sound bad. We can do that. If you guys are down to do that.
What you want to do?
What you thinking, cuz? Do you want to try and do talk about the new episode fresh now, or do you want to wait later on the week?
I don't want to do the watch party. I want to watch it on my big ass TV with the surround sound.
What I'm saying is it's afterwards. Do you want to come back and stream again, or do you want to do it another day?
It'd be better for you and your channel if you stream it right after the episode.
Okay.
You want to be a part of it?
Are you down? Are you want to be a part of it?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Oh yeah, and then Carol asked us who would win in a fight between Penguin and Mr. Freeze. I'm gonna go with Mr. Freeze if they're literally 1v1. But Penguin has gangs and people. But I mean, Freeze them froze the whole damn city before in the comics, bro.
Yeah, Victor Freeze, easy.
No, and you know the one movie Mr. Freeze was in, they didn't even really give him credit for all the gadgets and vehicles and the underlings and people that I'm about to say.
Yeah, I mean Victor Freeze. Victor Freeze. Okay. So we gonna go ahead and do the Penguin joint?
Yeah, is it up yet? Because I'm trying to remember if does it come up at 12 or 1 or.
Oh, the Predators got me. Oh shit.
I'm a different time zone than you guys, so I'm not.
I think you know what I think about like 10 or 11 o'clock. It's up. Bundle, can you find out if there's
I'm looking right now. I'm looking right now.
It's got to be 8 p.m. my time. I don't see why it'd be later than that.
Carol said he's going with Penguin with the one-on-one match. I don't know, G. I'm going with Mr. Freeze.
Penguin's not being Victor Freeze in a one-on-one. No. What? What is Kane?
It's up now.
It is up now.
Okay. Yeah.
Jonas said Mr. Freeze dodged Penguin in Arkham City as revenge for kidnapping him. He's stronger than Mr. Freeze. Dang, I forgot.
You feel me? Mr. Freeze is clapping cheeks.
I'm going Mr. Freeze. Well, okay, is it safe to say in about an hour I'm going to give you guys a phone call and we'll probably start another stream post watching this Penguin episode that's about to drop?
I'm with it.
Okay, so guys, I was about to say, I guess we're all gonna watch it. I hope you guys viewing. Carol, Jonan, and whomever. We're all, I guess, we're all gonna watch this episode. I hope to see you guys in an hour. Hop back in here with us.
Oh yeah. Oh, did I show you Death Sight?
Is that the Call of Duty joint?
It's a Gundam. Never mind.
I'm gonna get off now because I gotta also fold some clothes. So I'll see you guys in a little bit.
All right, see you in a few, buddy.
All right.
All right, bro. Oh shit. He gonna come back. Hell yeah. So we about to get on this penguin and we come back?
Yes, sir. Appreciate you guys. Hit that like button for this stream, and I'll see everybody in about an hour.
About an hour.
Hit the like button.
Oh, Jesus.
If you got